Hello! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And finally, it's the end of the second month of 2021. I cannot still believe it. I mean, it just feels like January started yesterday and now we are at the end of Feb and it's time for my Feb 2021 wrap up. So basically, Feb was a great reading month for me. First thing, we had the TBR tackle, and when this video will be posted, we would be like ending with the TBR tackle with the final live stream on Smriti's channel, and also I kind of read a lot of books, more than I expected to read, because my monthly expectations are just 4 books a month. But this month I kind of like picked it up a notch and read double the number. So that's where I'm standing currently. But overall, it's been an amazing month because I've only had one 3-star read. All my other reads are either 4 stars or 5 stars, and when I say 5 stars, they're like 5 stars, right? Not even like there are like there's one that's like close to 5, but most of them are like between 4 and 5, and that's why I really enjoyed this month. Also, it was my birthday month, so I kind of have a bias like that, but that's cool. Let's get to all the books that I read this month. So the first book that no, you know what, that's not how I do it. I basically do it from the lowest ranking that month. Oh, sorry, the lowest ranking, the lowest rating that month to the highest rated book that month. And so the lowest rated book of this month, and that is a 3-star read for me, or maybe somewhat like 3.5. I'm keeping it 3 for now, maybe later I'll change it to 3.5, and that is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce his surname, but basically, in my opinion, this is a very overhyped book. I found the twist to be very underwhelming. I know that a lot of people love it, and it's okay if you love it, and it's a great book for beginners. Like, if you've not read much in your life, this is the book that you should read. But slowly and steadily, I'm realizing this fact that it takes a lot for a book to impress me. Like, it takes a hell lot. Basically, the story is about a murder that happens, and there is this therapist who wants to kind of make the accused murderer his patient. Okay, that's what the story is about. And again, let me tell you that having watched so many crime shows, having watched so many thrillers, like, crime shows are my jam, man. Like, I would love to watch a crime show any day over anything. So I knew this was coming. I knew the twist was coming. I knew that this is how it would be. Although I did like a few parts of it, like 2 parts of the climax, I did like them a lot, like both of them a lot, because I kind of did not see that coming. But I knew from the start that this is how this is going to flow. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Again, an underwhelming read for me, but then if you really like thrillers, and if you've been one of those people who only reads thrillers, then maybe this is for you. But if you're someone who reads like a lot of genres in general, then maybe this is not for you. That's that. Now let's get to all my exciting reads. So let's go for my 4-star reads, because I have physical books here that I need to show you. So I have 2 4-star reads this month, in the order of the reading, if that makes sense. So for like, basically, when there are like 2 reads with like the same rating, what I basically do is show you the book that I read first and then the book I read later on. So the first book that I read that I rated 4 stars was this one. This is The Annihilation of Caste by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. It is a must read if you're an Indian. If you're an Indian, you are an Indian citizen, you live in India, and you have to go through all the systems that the government's put through, including reservation. This is the book you have to read. So basically, this was a part of a group read that was hosted by Smriti and Manya, and we had a great discussion on, I think, 7th Feb on this topic. It was an amazing, great discussion. I enjoyed it a lot, and there are also a lot of flags. So anything like which is colorful, because I started falling short of flags, so I just went multicolor. Then earlier it was just blue, and then I went green, and then I went like totally this. Then if you see these these, I don't know, colorful red tabs, those are things I don't agree with. And all of the other opaque tags you see, like flags, why am I saying tags? Flags. So you see this, like these opaque flags, papery ones. So these ones are basically the places where I've written questions or discussion points. Yeah, so I literally studied this book, and this is like one of those books that I recommend everybody these days. I'm like, you have to read this if you're someone who's anti-reservation, if you don't understand Dalit lives matter in general, then this is the book you have to read. And honestly, if I would have read this book when I was 16, 17, like of an impressionable age, maybe I wouldn't have been an engineer, I would have turned out to be a lawyer. So that's that. And yeah, but again, highly recommended, highly recommended. Like, if you've not read it yet, please read it. And it's a must read. Like, this should be a part of your school curriculum. This should be a part of your history textbooks. Like, there should be like a year, like I think when you're in 8th standard or 7th standard, like you should be able to they should like put this into mandatory reading, which is not the case in many schools, because in India, mandatory reading is not a thing. We have our own textbooks and things like that. So yeah, that's that. Okay, ignore. That's just people talking in the background. But anyway, the next book that I rated 4 stars was Colors of the Cage by Arun Ferreira, which is a prison memoir. Again, it's a must read if you're an Indian. Now, of recent, or like ever since 2021 started, my main aim has been to read a lot of non-fiction books, and this is one of them. Okay, how do I put this? India does not have a good prison system. Okay, it's filled with corruption. It has a lot of like negative points that need to be discussed, maybe in a separate video, maybe like on a social forum. But this is a must read. Please read this book. It talks about how the police can exploit you, and later on, like when you're like, there is even the judicial system kind of like lags behind. So yeah, it's a must read. Please read it, and let's discuss this as well. I mean, the only thing I can tell you is that Arun Ferreira is a social activist, and he was arrested from Nagpur in 2007, and he was in 2011, I think he was acquitted. And all throughout the whole system, the judiciary or the judge who presided on it was just like, you know what, like there's no evidence, like the police cannot even show any kind of evidence of wrongdoing here, then what do you expect? And there was also like a lot of like stuff that had happened to him after he got acquitted. And yeah, so let's get to my 4.5 star reads. So my 4.5 star reads, I have 2 books again here. The first 4.5 star read for me was The Empress of Salt and Fortune by Guy Vo. This is an amazing piece of epic fantasy feminist literature. It's fantasy, it's kind of set in China, like ancient China, and it kind of gave me a lot of Mulan vibes. So you'll kind of like realize that it's kind of Mulan, but it's not Mulan, and I really, really appreciate it a lot. I think the main thing with me and fantasy is that I have to have a good world building. Like, I hardly read fantasy, but when I do read fantasy, I need that book to be perfect, and this book was perfect. The reason I did not give it a complete 5 was because there is a sequel, and it kind of like ends on an open note, so you have to read the sequel to understand more on it. But the point is that this particular first book is an amazing, like I said, novella. It's like a very short read. I listened to the audiobook, and it was just like 2 hours 15 minutes, I think, or like 2.3 hours. 2.5 hours, like that was it. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty short one, and if you're like planning to fit in something into your schedule, I highly recommend it. That's that. And my next book that I rated 4.5 stars was this one. This is When I Hit My Caste by Babu Rao Babul, translated by Jerry Pinto. What can I say about this book? This is a great piece of Dalit literature. Like I said, I've had a great reading month, and these stories have been translated from Marathi to English. So in Marathi, the title is Jemha Mi Zaat Sodli Hoti, and I do read Marathi, by the way, but then I prefer, like, since this was available, I bought this right away. And basically, the thing with Marathi literature, or Marathi Dalit literature, is that it kind of overlaps with a lot of things, right? Because, like, from what I understand, this book also has references. So this is a set of short stories of people from the Dalit community, and it kind of tries to overlap with things like Baluta by Dayanand Pawar, which is a great piece of Marathi literature. I'm yet to read Baluta, by the way, but this book kind of refers to that, and it kind of like shows you how like the oppression was similar, how the oppression is like a common word among the Dalit community. I highly recommend this book. I'll also let you know which stories that I like the most, because, as you know, as for my 2021 goals, I'm going to be reading one short story book every month. And so let me tell you my favorite stories. My favorite stories would be the first one, that is Prisoner of Darkness, which revolves around a Dalit woman, right? The next one I really loved was Revolt, which revolves around the Bhangi community, or more like they're on the same lines of the Dome community of the Varanasi Ghats. Basically, these people have more to do with death, with cleaning of dry toilets and things like that. So I really liked Revolt a lot. I also like, so the next set of stories that I liked was Bohada, The Shera Sacrifice, Monkey, and also one sec, there's one more. Yeah, okay, Streetwalker. I like Streetwalker as well. And also, my all time favorite, of course, was When I Hit My Caste, which is the last story in this particular book. Again, I highly recommend it. Please read the book. But again, if you want to read this, you have to have some idea about how the caste system works, and maybe like read, wait, Annihilation of Caste before you read this. Like, this is like a good base, and especially the one from these publishers, which is the Navayana publishers. Is that how we call them? I don't know. Anyway, so these guys have amazing footnotes given in. The editor is called S. Anand. Although I don't like the introductory part from Arundhati Roy, read this, read only the speech, and then go ahead and read this book. So then you're set. That's a good start to the literature in general. Now let's get to the books that I rated. So there's this book that I rated very close to 5, and that was 4.8 stars. And the book that I rated 4.8 stars was The Last Thing You Surrender by Leonard Pitts Jr. This is an amazing piece of World War II fiction. If you are looking for World War II reads, especially from the perspective of the US, this is an amazing read. Generally, when we read World War II books, it's very white centric, like the only race that's generally showed are, excuse me, the, I would say the Allied forces who are white. Okay, that's the correct way to put it. But then it's important to realize there were Allied forces who were black too, and there were Allied forces who were people of color, and this kind of explores the same aspect, especially in the US during World War II, during Jim Crow laws. So I highly recommend the book. It's a great piece of Black American literature. So since this was like Black American History Month, a Black History Month in the US, it's different in the UK apparently and in Europe, but in the US and Canada, February is Black History Month in general. So it was a nice read. I liked it so much. I recommend it to you as well. And now let's get to my 5-star reads. Now this is very important because I love my 5-star reads. My 5-star reads are like super awesome this month. The first book that I rated 5 stars this month was The Only Plane in the Sky, uh, An Oral History of 9/11 by Garrett Graff. I cannot stop recommending this book. I'm not kidding you. Like, this is one of the best non-fiction books I've ever read in my life. Of course, only read it on audio. It is meant to be read on audio and not as a physical book. The reason is because it kind of like has a lot of oral histories, or these kind of stories or these kind of real life incidents that people had faced during 9/11, and it kind of also has this whole 50-member cast that's reading out the story to you. It also has messages from the cockpit, phone calls from loved ones on the plane, and it also has the voices of the terrorists from the cockpit. Okay, so it just sends like chills down your spine. Okay, so I know the book is kind of expensive in India. I read it via Libby actually. So if you are interested in reading the book, let me know and I can guide you on how can you access the book. But that being said, I highly recommend it. Please read the book. Please read it. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, and the next book that I really love, like hands down, this is one of my favorite fiction books of the year. It's going to be in my top 3 forever for this year, and that is Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. Like chef's kiss, man. Like, how can you write so beautiful prose? Like, how can you be so articulate with your words? Like, you're talking about homosexuality, you're talking about betrayal, you're talking about a lot of things. You're talking about crime in general. You're talking about a lot of things, and like the way you weave your words in a book, that's so beautiful. Like, I do have a video that is in line and I need to film it, especially with respect to this work. Sorry, I'm just excited. But this is an amazing book, guys. Just read it. Just read it already. I mean, if you've not read James Baldwin, you've not read anything which would be like, from the black perspective in the US. Okay, I think it's like an important cause in general. Just like in India, we have Dalit Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter is also an important cause, and this is one of those books that kind of, I would say, emphasize. It's not like a piece of black literature per se, but it's by a very, very iconic person, James Baldwin. I'm in love with James Baldwin and I'm going to read all his books. Okay, like the way he weaves his words is amazing, and I really, really appreciate that. So, yes, that's it. So, yes, that's it. I think 16-17 minutes of our time has gone here, but thank you so much for watching this video. Also, I think in my TBR Tackle challenge, the TBR, the only book that I couldn't finish this month, let me just be very honest, is Les Miserables, because it is a effing huge book. Like 64 hours of audiobook, 33 hours of the physical book. Like, I cannot bear it, dude. Like, how can I complete it in a month? But anyway, I'm going to be carrying forward this book to March, and yeah, that's the plan. Okay. So yes, that's it for all the books that I read this month. And like you can see, I have had a great reading month, and I highly recommend you pick up all the books that I mentioned in this, except for the first one, because the first one just was very underwhelming. Okay, cool. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my weekly reads. Bye.